If you've ever felt like your competitors are dominating the niche, undercutting prices, or just seem unstoppable, this video will show you how to carve out your own market share in your niche, even if you're starting small. We're going to walk through a step-by-step process to not only find better products, but also market, price, and position them in a way that helps you stand out for profit long term. And to help you with that, I'll show you how to use my free tool, the Launchalyzer, to instantly know if your niche and products actually fit your budget and profit goals before you ever spend a dollar on inventory. So if you're ready to start seeing how a real strategy can help your business on Amazon FBA, let's jump in. Also, be sure to follow this channel with a subscribe, like the video, and comment any questions you have if you're interested in learning more tips and strategies for Amazon FBA. The first mistake most sellers make is picking a niche that's too expensive for their budget. You see, you might find a great product with a high demand, but if the average seller is spending $15,000 just to launch, that's not a smart play if your total budget is only $3,000 for your launch. That's why I built the Launchalyzer. It helps you plug in your numbers like expected cost per unit, ads, shipping, and more to see instantly whether a product in your niche fits your actual budget. Example, if you've got $5,000 to work with and you're looking at a product where top sellers are moving 1,000 units a month, but each unit costs $8 landed, the math simply doesn't work. Instead, use the Launchalyzer to find affordable niches where you can get in, compete, and grow sustainably without draining your cash flow. That's your first advantage, smart entry. If you haven't seen the Launchalyzer in action yet, then I highly recommend you check out the full training from the description below. Now, the second part to this is finding profitable products in that niche. So once you know the niche that fits your wallet, now you've got to make sure it actually makes money. A lot of sellers think that profit equals selling price minus product cost, but that's wrong. You've got Amazon fees, shipping, PPC, and even returns to think about. The Launchalyzer is going to show you a much more accurate profit margin after most of those per product costs. It'll help you see if that $20 product really makes $6 or just $1.50 after fees. And here's the key. You probably want at least a 20% net profit margin after ads to help you scale your business. If the numbers don't add up before you launch, you're already behind your competitors. When you find those hidden profitable products that others overlook, you can win without needing to sell thousands of units per month. I created a pretty valuable training video on how to find these types of products in another video that you can check out in the link below as well. Now, the third key point here is price competitively, not based on your feeling. So now that you've found a solid product, you need to know how to price it. A lot of sellers panic and try to undercut everyone to get sales, but that's a race to the bottom, especially when competing with cheap Chinese listings that have razor-thin margins. Instead, your goal should be strategic pricing. You want to be competitive enough to show up in search and attract clicks and sales, but still high enough to be seen as a better quality option. The best thing I like to do is to find the top seller who isn't a $5 product and see where they are priced and see what their margins would look like if I priced $1 below their listing. So I'm not going for the cheapest product in any niche. I'm actually going for the one with the best value, good price for a good product, and seeing if I can go just a single dollar below that one. This has its limitations though. For example, I sell several products under $10, and I'm not going to sell one at $1 below some of those competitors. Instead, I look to see if I can sell a product for $8.99 or $9.99 and determine if that would make the product look like the best value product in that niche. Again, great product, great price. Not the cheapest, but definitely not the most expensive either. For any product over $10, I would suggest trying to be $1 below the highest selling best value product in the niche. Furthermore, I would definitely not try to be the highest priced product on Amazon for your niche, or even close to that. Amazon shoppers are value-driven shoppers for the most part. Luxury brands are usually purchased off Amazon or in a physical store, as customers might have a special relationship with those products or brands. Being the highest priced product in an Amazon niche will almost certainly mean that you get far less sales than you forecast, which usually means you'll struggle to ever make profit. Don't make the mistake of setting your price too high or creating an expensive product that Amazon shoppers aren't looking to buy. The sales data for page 1 search results will tell you what products the customers are looking to purchase, and by and large, those are not luxury brands and products. The fourth key point here is source great quality without extra cost. A great product doesn't have to cost you more. It just has to be well sourced and well presented. When negotiating with suppliers, ask about small design tweaks or packaging upgrades that don't add to your per unit cost. Or if they do add to your per unit cost, it's very minimal. Things like better materials, improved labeling, or slightly thicker fabric, these add perceived value without breaking your margins. Also, compare multiple suppliers. You'd be shocked at how many factories sell the exact same product with different quality control standards. I always suggest to order samples from at least 3 suppliers, test them yourself, and then pick the one that gives you the best quality to cost ratio. When your listing shows premium quality photos and genuine user benefits, people are happy to pay for your perceived value. And that's where you crush your competition. Again, you aren't trying to create the highest priced product or have the absolute most perfect version of the product, but if you can fix some key design flaws and sell at a competitive price, you'll set yourself apart and your reviews will overwhelmingly be positive. In the long run, high review ratings will help you stay above the competition. Key point number 5 would be market better than anyone else. So here's where most sellers fail. They rely on generic titles, mediocre AI copywriting, and cookie cutter photos. But if you want to dominate your niche, you have to market like a real human, not a robot. Think about your ideal customer. What's their problem? What emotions drive their purchase? Then craft your listing and images to speak directly to them. Show your product being used in real life, not just on a white background. Show people in your photos. Add short, benefit-driven captions. For example, instead of just saying premium yoga mat, say something like stays flat during every workout, and follow it up with focus on your flow, not the flaws. That's the type of person-to-person messaging that's going to help you stand out. And your competitors won't take the time to do it. But if you do, that's where you'll win. I have never seen a product that has great marketing messaging convert poorly on Amazon. When you speak like a person who understands the problems, solutions, and emotions of the end user in your listing, that will have your product listing convert better and better, which will set you apart from your competition every time. Also, if you're able to add some humor in your listing, that's always a plus as well. People like to see personality that just isn't about selling some stuff online. In fact, your goal with the product listing isn't to encourage shoppers to purchase your product. Your goal is actually to explain how your product solves their problem that they have, and then give them no reasons to click away from your listing. I want to be very clear about that. Your whole product listing should give no reasons for them to click away from your listing, meaning they're going to purchase, right? But that's why you have to know your ideal client and make sure that everything that's on your product page should be focused on helping them understand that your product will solve their problem. This will lead to them purchasing more often from you than your competitors. You'll be surprised at how often bad messaging makes shoppers click away from a product listing. Just think about it from your own perspective as a shopper. Have you ever clicked on a product, read some of the text on that listing, and then got some weird feeling that made you leave that listing and go purchase from another brand? I know I have. And sometimes it's just as simple as just a way that they spell something, a typo, or even a word that's maybe not an English word being put in there. So just remember that. As long as you don't give them any reason to click away, they're most likely going to purchase. Now, key point number 6 here is to innovate, even if it's just a little bit. Now, we did talk about this a little already, but the last key to beating your competition is innovation. Even if it's just a small improvement, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to fix the things that annoy customers in the existing products in your niche. Go read the 1-star and 2-star reviews in your niche. People will literally tell you what they hate. Fix that. If it's a loose lid, a rough handle, or unclear instructions, those are golden opportunities to differentiate your product. And if you can do that without increasing your costs, then you've got something your competitors can't copy easily. True uniqueness. Sometimes you may have to create your own injection mold for the factory to use, but that's a one-time fee versus an ongoing per unit cost. Of course, I only recommend doing this if the injection mold fees are within your budget as well. I have made my own molds before, but I don't spend more than a couple $100s on them. If you do create your own mold, either put your brand name in it somewhere or have that mold locked up when it's not in use so the factory doesn't allow your competitors to use it. When you fix a problem that your competitors can't fix, you become a market leader, or at least you have the best reputation in the market, and that can help you have a long-term sustainable business. Just remember though, these customers will have a set expectation of how much a product in your niche will cost. You cannot sell it for a price higher than that, as you will fail to get sales routinely. Think about this for yourself or ask friends. What's the price that you or they would pay for this product if it had a slight upgrade to fix that issue? And be realistic about it. For an example, no one's going to pay $200 for a snow shovel, but if the top competitors are selling at $20 or $30, you may be able to sell your new and improved design at $29.99. So there you have it. 6 powerful keys to beating your competition on Amazon FBA. Find affordable niches, choose profitable products, price strategically, source smart, market like a human, and innovate with purpose. If you want to see exactly how to calculate your budgets and profits before launching, go grab the Launchalyzer. It's completely free and will save you thousands of dollars in bad product choices. You can get it right now at the link in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Tell me which of these 6 keys you're going to focus on in your business. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, you're always one great product away from changing your life.